Hi, I'm Nat.
And I'm Ben. Welcome back to The Essential. Let's have a look at what's coming up this week.
Will this be the end of a few cheap deals for us students? Andy went down to Leeds Kirkgate Market to find out more about the proposed cuts to the market.
This week, the England rugby side visited the university for a special one-off training session at Wheatwood Playing Field, where we gained access pitchside.
Also coming up, we take a look at the relaunch of the Leeds University's Beginners Running Club as they form a merger with Leeds Met. Becky went down to find out more about the benefits this can bring to Leeds University students.
And of course, not forgetting the weather and this week's essential question.
First up, Andy has more on the Leeds Kirkgate Market story.
Leeds Kirkgate Market should be cut by up to a quarter. That's according to an independent report that the council commissioned just a few weeks ago. 25% of the market could be cut and investment used in a new scheme that in the long term could improve the market, according to the council and the independent report. In the short term, though, it could have a detrimental effect on stall holders. Today we'll see what their views are on this and whether 25% cut to the market could affect them.
Due to the recession, obviously footfall in the market is down, so I don't see it being detrimental to the market at all. It will concentrate the footfall, so the people at the top will benefit. It's a shame about the guys at the bottom, but they have got the option to move up here. And my personal opinion is it might give Leeds people a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. They might think, well, we're going to lose our market, let's get back in there. The old adage, if you don't use it, lose it.
It'll be better competition-wise, but it won't be fair on the bottom people, you see, because at the moment the rents are the same. But if it does get cut, it'll be benefit for us as well. But we wouldn't want that to happen because we've got friends who have shops down there as well. So we would want it to be as it is now.
In particular, the plans would include the redevelopment of the 1970s and the 1980s areas of the markets, with the money pooled from the 25% cut. The main points of the report are that the overall optimum size for the market is 52,000 foot, a reduction of 25%. Second, that there are a number of different management models for the market, including a limited liability partnership. And third, that significant investment is required to meet the needs and expectations of tenants and customers. 25%, do you think that's enough?
No, I think it should be a lot more. I mean, the rents and the rates are absolutely disgusting that they're charging in market. They're trying to fetch people in and it's not working. And businesses are just going down, Nick. I mean, you've only to walk around market and you'll see half at units that are closed because people cannot afford to rent them. I think really they should fetch the out market inside.
The council's argument that all this money will be pulled straight back into the market to improve it in the long term. Do you think that's going to happen?
No. They've been on about it for quite a few years, doing this, doing that, and they never seem to get round to do out.
This, the lower area of Leeds Kirkgate Market, is, according to the other market stall holders, the place that could be most affected by the 25% cut. We're here now to chat to a couple of other market holders to see if the cut will affect them.
The rent is very high and we're not getting anything really. 25% cut is very high for us.
People in the upper markets are complaining that it's because of lower market areas perhaps that the rent is so high.
That's not true. Their sales is much higher than us because they are indoors and we're outside. As you can see, the cold. If they cut us, then all of us will have to go back to job centre, and that is totally wrong.
The market could be cut by 25%. How do you think this will affect you here in the lower markets?
Affect us vastly. We're struggling as it is for customers, and to reduce it by 25%, it'll make things a lot worse for us. I mean, we don't want the rents to be cut if we can keep our stalls. Don't cut the rents, cut the price of the car park, and that will bring the customers in. The prices of buses and car parks are stopping the people coming in. Nowhere for them to park, so they can't.
So the conclusion, the upper markets of Leeds Kirkgate market saying that a 25% or more cut to the markets could be beneficial. It could lower their rent because there'd be less stall holders, particularly in the lower market area. In the lower area of Kirkgate market though, this could be massively detrimental. People could lose jobs due to stalls being cut by up to 25% if the order goes ahead and if the council use the report that was taken. The argument down here in the lower markets is that car parks and buses costing too much, and so customers just don't come along. Now, of course, it's all in the council's hands to sort out what happens next at Leeds Kirkgate Market.
Now let's join David Dom at Wheatwood Playing Fields with the England rugby team.
This week, LSTV have teamed up with LSR to come down to Wheatwood as we watch the England rugby team go through their paces ahead of this year's Six Nations Championships.
Is there any particular reason why you guys are in Leeds?
I'd say Leeds is probably a bit better suited to where we're going to be playing next week, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Portugal, been out there previous years and it's really sunny and it's all very nice, but you know, with this new team we want to set the standards early, you know. It's not about going somewhere nice and sunny and being on, you know, that holiday kind of feeling. It's about working hard, coming to Leeds, like you say, bit colder, a bit muddier, and perfect preparation for Murrayfield.
Everything's gone well this week, how we wanted it to, and we've made some good foundations and a good start to what we think is going to be hopefully a bright future. We've got a lot of young players, but we've also got young players who have got a lot of experience and a lot of sort of mid-20-year-olds who've got a lot of caps behind them. So yeah, so it's all been really positive, and everyone's sort of helped each other, and we've all started from a level playing field really.
You're confident going into the game against Scotland next week?
Yeah, we're happy with where we're at as a squad, and yeah, ahead of the Six Nations, and we're sure that, you know, we're going to give a good account of ourselves in the competition.
So what's it been like training in Leeds?
Yeah, it's good. Getting back to the basics, and I think all the guys here today, I think we had 2,000 or 3,000 kids, and hopefully they all loved it. It was a bit cold, but everyone seems really enthusiastic. It's all about building as a team. And that's what we're trying to do, and I think Stuart's doing a great job, and everyone's enthusiastic, everyone's desperate to win.
So how's it been training in Leeds this week?
Yeah, it's been really good actually. Everyone here has been really supportive. Obviously, turnout today has been awesome. Shows everyone's behind the boys, and you know, it shows that rugby up in Leeds is still very strong.
It's not quite like training in Portugal, you know, the hot weather, fair weather camps, if you will. You've literally come in a bit more what you're going to be like next week.
Hey mate, I love this. I prefer this to Portugal. So the more we come here, the better. Actually, you know, West Park facilities have been fantastic, and as I said, the Leeds community have been tremendous in making sure that we're all right and we're well looked after. And you know, we've had some tremendous guest speakers in. It's been all in all a great week.
Off the back of the World Cup, Stuart's obviously come in, new ideas. How's it been looking ahead to the championships?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's probably been the best sort of 3 days I've been involved with England for a long time. So it shows how exciting it is. We've got a lot of youngsters, but exciting youngsters, and you know, Six Nations can be here next week, and we've just got to make sure that we turn up at Murrayfield with the right attitude and get the win.
Some of the more experienced heads, maybe like yourself, how have you helped some of the younger players come through?
You know, just making sure that they're comfortable to be able to express themselves. You know, everyone's got a voice in this team, and it's being able to take that voice onto the field and lead by example. So, you know, if the senior players are doing that, then the guys who haven't got no caps or 12 caps or whatever will still follow suit. Yeah, of course you are. And, you know, you look at the side, it's a very good side. You know, we'll make sure we get the balance right, the blend right, and if we get that right, then I'm sure we'll be all right.
And finally, has there been any word on the captaincy? Do you know anything about that yet, or is it still very much on the rise?
You journalists will say, no, nothing yet, mate, nothing yet.
All right, brilliant. Thanks very much.
And any news ahead of the captaincy?
Nothing yet. We've all come together. There's been a leadership group sort of emerged, and I'm sure the captain will come from there, but nothing's set in stone, and yeah, I'm sure it'll be close to the game, we'll find out.
And here's Becky with this week's second sporting update about Leeds Running Club.
This Monday sees the merger of the Beginners Running Club here at Leeds University with the Leeds Met. I'm about to go inside the edge here to speak to Jocelyn, who's the co-founder of the society, to see what benefits this might bring for the students of Leeds. So on average then, how many runners actually progress up to hard levels of running like the cross-country team?
Well, we've been only going since September, so it's still very much a pilot scheme. But I think after Christmas we had our varsity race, and 4 or 5 of our members who had been running with us before Christmas managed to come up and do their very first race, which, you know, it's quite a daunting experience, especially with it being at Boddington Field against Leeds Met with the hills and the mud. So I was really, really pleased with that. But out of sort of maybe about 20 full-time members we've got, for a quarter of those to have progressed already, to have got the confidence and you know, I was so pleased with them. So yeah, to finish their very first race was like seeing your little birds flying away. You know, it was fantastic. So hopefully seeing a few more of those now exams have been over and everything.
What benefits then would come for runners from Leeds University with the merger with Leeds Met to go and use their Carnegie track?
Well, we're hoping that more people will decide to progress up to the cross-country club, and obviously the Leeds Met people, their runners will progress to their cross-country or athletics, depending. I mean, with this new track, people might decide, I'm going to do the short races instead. So that would be fantastic. There's also been sort of some questions of maybe getting involved with race walking, since we've obviously got the England race walking headquarters at Leeds Met. That's obviously something else to work on. Hopefully more of our runners who perhaps will take the whole year to sort of get their confidence in Run Leeds Uni will then be able to move up in the next academic year, which would be great for us in cross country to have some people who've had a year of sort of nurturing and progression to then sort of to move on to that. So there's a lot of scope, and obviously we're going to expand widthways as well with us merging with Leeds Met, so we're hoping to get some more people qualified, you know, maybe sports scientists from our uni or sports enthusiasts, or some of us are going to do like our next coaching level so we can plan longer programs and things. So there's quite a lot of scope to go with. We just sort of need some time, I think, and you know, keep working with what we've got. So yeah, it's been great.
So what advice would you give to anyone wishing to start up running?
Okay, well, obviously our sessions are aimed exactly at beginners. So like, on a Monday we have a 2-mile run which meets at Cromer Terrace, and that's at 6 p.m. And that's nice and steady. We do 2 miles, well, it's just over 2 miles, but very much 2 miles, and that takes us about half an hour, so nice and steady, and that's pretty good, straightforward. Then at 6:30 the cross country club meets, and we do 3 miles, 5 miles or 7 miles, but my Run Leeds Uni group, we all go off and do the 3 miles, and that takes us, we do it nice and steady. So again, that's a progression that you can go with. Obviously the Tuesdays we're up at Carnegie track, and that's at 12:30, and we'll see what that goes with. Obviously we've not done that yet, so it should be exciting. Wednesdays, again, it's at 6 at Cromer Terrace, and we go and we do some drills and strides and just things that we do at the cross country club to introduce you nice and slowly, and a very, very short session, 10-15 minutes including rests, but that's really to get people involved and thinking, no, I can do on and off, so I can run up and down hills. So yeah, obviously get involved with those. I mean, obviously show up, I would say, and because we're all really friendly, like no one's going to point at you if you're at the back, because we've all been at the back. Just obviously make sure you've got trainers and like decent kit, so otherwise, you know, you end up injuring yourself, and that's completely opposite of what we want. The other thing would be to find us on Facebook, so just Facebook search Run Leeds Uni. And then you can also find us through the Griffin's website for cross country. We've got our own little page on there, so yeah, that would be what I do. And obviously, like I say, we're all really friendly, and the coach of the cross country club does like to get involved, and he's popped down to some sessions and seen us, so and he's really pleased with what he's seen, so yeah, onwards and upwards, I think.
Tonight is the first meeting back for the students under their new name of Run Leeds Students.
It's been pretty chilly recently, Let's have a look at what's in store for the rest of the week. Here's Christian with the weather.
Christmas may be over, but the cold weather is most definitely here to stay. Today it's looking a little bit overcast with highs of 2 degrees and lows of -3. Unfortunately, tomorrow's looking similar with highs of 1 degree and lows of -4, so it's getting cold out there. Friday, you need to warm up. We got highs of 0, so it's just not going to get much above freezing, and we've also got lows of -4, which is pretty cold. Don't worry though, you don't need your umbrella. There's going to be a little bit of sunshine, so enjoy it while you can.
And finally, do you think Stuart Lancaster should become the full-time England rugby coach? It can only mean one thing. Here's Katie with the essential question.
Our campus has been full of the big buff English rugby lads, so we're asking you whether you think Stuart Lancaster should remain full-time coach of the English rugby team. Let's find out.
Well, you're all down under, clad in white. Don't look back 'cause you're England. You sweet chariot, oh yeah.
Do you think that Stuart Lancaster should stay full-time coach and caretaker?
Not that big a fan,
Fair enough.
I don't know, wait till after the Six Nations, surely. That seems like a logical thing to happen, so.
So we'll have to see who makes the cut.
Well, you're all built like tanks. You got an armor-plated diamond.
I don't know who Stuart Lancaster is.
You're all built like tanks, oh yeah. You're an untamed lion, that's the truth. What the stealth of an eagle. You're gonna win and lick this cup.
I'm from Australia. I don't pay attention to you. Sorry.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Get it on, England, get it on.
That's fine.
Destiny awaits, you got the faith of a
Depends if Nick Mallett wants the job or not, really. I think Nick Mallett is a much better coach, so yeah. Depends how Stuart Lancaster does. That's why he's interim coach.
Thank you very much.
You've got an armor-plated diamond-studded halo. You're all built like tanks, oh yeah. Get it on, England, get it.
I don't know who he is.
Fair enough, thank you.
Sorry.
Get it on.
So it seems that overall, most people don't even know who Stuart Lancaster is, but the ones who do think that judgment should be pending on how he does in the Six Nations.
Thank you for watching. You can keep updated by logging on to www.lstv.co.uk or visiting our YouTube channel.
And remember, if it's going on in or around your union, it's essential.